for me and just for everybody else, you're considered one of the top 10 quarterbacks to ever play the game, even without a Super Bowl ring. How much do you believe Super Bowl rings matter when you're talking about just the best in the league? Who's better, this quarterback or that quarterback? How much do you believe championships have a bearing on that combo?
Yeah, no, championships are important. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And some people are in really good situations where some quarterbacks where they have better opportunities to win championships and some aren't, but it doesn't take away from what, a lot of these players and athletes have done over their careers. You look at Patrick Mahomes and what he's doing, he might have a chance to win a bunch. And they had a tough year, and Brady's been incredible, and some of the other guys win 3 or 4 Super Bowls. Terry Bradshaw way back in the day, Montana, all those guys, they won Super Bowls. So, they are great players. You can't take it away from them.
You mentioned Mahomes earlier. We have 2 of the best QBs in the league going head-to-head. Who do you believe has the edge, Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson?
Well, I don't think there's an edge either way, to be honest with you, because they both have very good football teams, and it's, to me, it's really going to come down to which defenses play the best, and then also what player at the end of a game is capable of making the plays to win it, which Patrick Mahomes has already done that quite a few times, and so has Lamar. And it's Lamar's time from the standpoint of he's there, he's been in playoffs, he's won his first playoff game, but you can feel like, he's ready to roll.
Is there added pressure on guys like Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, even though he's eliminated, but still having to win that Super Bowl? I mean, how much pressure is Lamar Jackson under right now to actually win that Super Bowl?
Well, I think his pressure is probably more internal for him than it would be that he worries about what anybody else thinks. Because as an athlete and as a player, which he's been incredible, he wants the best for himself and the team. And that would be a huge step for him to win his Super Bowl. So I think it's more internal. I don't think he worries much about, at least I wouldn't worry much about what anybody else thinks. I'd be worrying about what I could do to help my team win that ring.
Talking about a great who didn't win a chip, Cam Newton just went viral for saying quarterbacks like Mahomes and Jackson are game changers, while quarterbacks like Brock and Goff are game managers. So Dan, with you being one of the greats, what is the difference between a game manager and a game changer at QB?
Game changers are players that make a difference when it counts. I can care less about how much you run and all that other stuff. It's about when the game's on the line, do you come through and help your team win the game, and do they get behind you to win? And I think all the quarterbacks you mentioned are that. They're just different styles at times, right? There's different styles, and as you know, Lamar is an incredible athlete. He could run and take the game over. And he can also throw it. He's been incredible throwing the ball this year and in the past years. And Mahomes is a very special player. The other guys are special players too. They're guys that can win it and change the game in a heartbeat. But that to me, I don't think there's a big difference other than the fact that, well, okay, maybe they run a little more or whatever. But it's all about when the game's on the line, do you come through?
Help me understand this. The game manager seems like it has a negative connotation. Is it a bad thing to be a game manager?
Well, you're in the game, so it's not negative. If you were on the sidelines, that would probably be negative, right? So that, I don't think there's a negative view on that whatsoever. The thing is that certain players are blessed with certain abilities, and you use your abilities the best you can to win football games. And that's what it is. So I'm not one to stand here and say, this guy's a game manager, this guy's more of an athlete, they're all playing the quarterback, they're playing the same position. And once again, I'll go back to it. You gotta play when it counts and when the game's on the line.
Hey, I'm with it. Hey, talk to me really quickly. As being a Dolphins great, obviously you guys had a tremendous regular season and lots of promise that resulted in a quick playoff exit. In your opinion, if you had to give that team a letter grade, what would it be and why?
Yeah, actually, I'm not going to give any letter grades. I think they had an excellent year. We ran into some issues at the end of the year as far as injuries and playing in Kansas City. That was tough. That weather was hard to deal with, even if you were just a fan instead of playing in it. So we had a lot of adversity at the end. I think we all learned from it, and it will be something that the Dolphins will learn from in the future and hopefully capitalize on it. So no letter grade. I think they played excellent all year.
Indeed. Talk to me about Tua and Mike McDaniel and how you feel about the team moving forward.
Personally, I'm always upbeat about our team and group that we have, and I think that they will continue to grow. Both young guys that are doing what they do in a big way, but haven't had much experience, but have experience, and it's one of those things where over time, you learn how to deal with that, and I think they did an incredible job this year.
Hey, sports fans, if you want to see more conversations with athletes and stars, check out these videos right here and be sure to subscribe for more from USA Today Sports.